What's up, people? My name's Nick. This is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. Oops. One moment, let me just fix that little Citra or Lime 3DS. I got it set up in dual window mode so that I'm able to show the secondary screen over here. Pretty handy. So I beat Ocarina of Time many times, beaten the Deku tree dungeon many a time, but never played through the Master Quest for whatever reason. I know that all the puzzles are different. I've tried to take on the Deku Tree Master Quest version before, a while back, and I think I gave up. Oh damn. I noticed the enemies are a little more aggressive off the bat. Like, I noticed that there were quite a bit more of the, I don't know what they're called, the Deku Babas, the things that give you the stick right at the beginning. That Crobat is keeps taking us out. We don't have a ranged weapon yet. Ah. See what this is. It may be the slingshot. I doubt it. The items are kind of remixed. Yeah, it's just the dungeon map, which is fine. I wonder if it looks like they might have removed the central floor, like floor puzzle mechanic where you jump into the web. Maybe not. Let's see. Let me just equip this stick. Oh well, and Link is right-handed. Pretty cool. What's up, Green? What are you doing, man? Sorry, earlier my when I was running Mario Odyssey, my entire system locked up. Like, it wasn't just my it wasn't just the app, like the Switch app. It was my entire computer just was completely frozen. I had to do a hard reboot, and so once I came back online, I figured you guys had realized that my system crashed. That was the game ran fine for a while, but both Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Odyssey crashed on me today while running in. Oh, you're at work right now? Hell yeah, dude. At the old job. You said you have like an office job, right? And you got like a pretty legit, cozy job there. Hell yeah, dude. I know, that's why I was thinking about how much I miss my old IT job, dude, because I could like, I had a conference room, offices, I had like an entire office suite at my disposal with places to duck off, and I would really be called in to be working like around 2-3 hours a day. I was like actively taking care of a ticket. So like the other 4 or 5 hours a day were generally like off time. I could have AirPods in the entire day, like nobody. It was sweet. We hired a girl from Starbucks. She was a former Starbucks employee, and we installed a bunch of coffee making barista equipment in the office. She started whipping up like Starbucks recipes every day in the office. Killer stuff. I know I gotta, oh yeah. The rupee. Apparently I gotta take out all the enemies. Oh. Yeah, man, I love good, cozy jobs. Yeah. It was, I definitely, like, abused my, privileges at that company, because I had family members that worked there my whole life, but, wish I would have not taken it for granted, because, man, that was I knew while I had it that it was a kick-ass job. But the pay was also limited at the same time that it was a cozy, cushy job. There was a ceiling to the amount of money I could make, and get this guy to drop down. There it goes. Yeah, we had multiple server rooms back in the day. I used to work there in the early 2000s as well, and we had physical servers at the office. So we would have like about 15 or 20 servers running. Like literally had a server room and ran our own hardware to do all of the databases and stuff for an insurance agency, and eventually it all got replaced. It all went to the cloud, but at one point we had all physical servers, a bunch of Xeons and shit in our office, and I was real into tech at the time, so I was just loving it. It was around the time of Windows 2000 and Windows NT. take him out. Oh, I got it set to, I gotta set this to switch mode. I always forget. It's defaults to hold, and then camera control, normal, motion control on, but we'll turn it off. It doesn't work on this controller. Now it'll lock on to my enemies. So I guess I just go for it once again, just like the regular version. Okay, well that's good to know. Same puzzle. I thought that was going to be different as well, but... Switch over here. Yes, pay is always important, man. Stuff out there right now, man. Companies are not trying to pay people either. I see it every day. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, where is the damn thing I gotta do here? Alright. So far, Master Quest, not too bad with no guide. Might get harder though. Oh no, shit. Take it back, it is harder. I never die in this dungeon. Damn. Get them all. Somehow I gotta turn the... Let's see. Let's see if I can take a stick from one room to another. That's probably it. With Link being right-handed now, it's kind of easier. Like, easier for me to orient his handedness with the flaming stick. Damn, this room looks complicated. Shit. Let me do something. Let me switch the mapping of these two. Here we go. That's much better. What do we have here? Giving us ammo, so that's a clue. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We got a little brain teaser. Get that. Stay down. That's the question. Something that I can grab. Really? Oh, I see. Duh, I'm stupid. We got flames right here. It's a little brain teaser there. They try to be slick. You don't even need that thing. Oh, I see though. They got me though. Got me with little buddy here. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Go back. Oh man, again? He put my flame out that time. God dang. It's gonna respawn though. It's going to respawn right here. Alright, I gotta somehow jump on here, keep my flame. Shit. Okay, cool. I do. I mean, I have time to do it, in other words. now he's dead. Now I can do this. Finally. Man, that was pretty, like, just tough. It was a tough little puzzle. Alright. Probably should have gotten that ammo, but... Oops. Try this door first, and if this doesn't pan out, we're going for the... Yeah, this is obviously not the right way. It was a trap, y'all. Well, we know what their angle is. It's a trick slash trap room here at the end. Try. I'd say that I don't know if they improved or touched up the collision detection, but it definitely feels a little bit better in the collision department. I mean, the original isn't bad, but it seems like they might, or at least they've touched it up for appropriately for the new animations, like the new models. But as far as the game, there's some quality of life things they've done to it, like obviously the secondary screen, the touch screen, makes a pretty big difference for inventory management. And there's modern stuff now, like where you can play the original with Ship of Harkinian, and it's a much improved inventory management, lets you map items to the D-pad and everything. But I think difficulty-wise, this is pretty close to the original, or almost identical. It's just there are quality of life aspects of the mechanical like menu of the game that improve it a lot, but as far as the physics of the game, pretty close. Oh yeah, we need to burn. We need to get fire up here somehow. Okay, we can do that. Gotta go from here to here. Yeah, quality of life stuff. It's definitely, it's like the menu. Yeah, they did touch up the water temple, for example. They color coded the water temple, and there's a couple of, I can't remember like the specific things they've done, but there are a couple of little weird quirks that this game had that they nipped in the bud for this version. Oh shit. Now what I'm playing right now, Master Quest, is definitely harder than the regular game, but that applies to the original as well. Damn. See, they're over here knocking me around before I even got down here. Alright, we'll try not to get injured on the way. Or we'll pick up health, one or the other. That is the right way. You're getting turned around in this dungeon. Also not the right door. I forgot there was a subterranean area. Two, 3, 1. We'll try 2, 3, 1, 2. do 3, 1, 2. 3. 3. Alright, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 3. Well. Alright, that's the one thing we're gonna look up. Deku Master Quest, what's the order to defeat for facing Goma? Three, 1, 2. Right, left, middle. Master Quest. The order of left, right, center. Okay, it says left, right, center. Got it. Have you ever played Master Quest, Green? Yeah, me neither until just now. This is definitely harder, like noticeably harder than regular Ocarina. The boss is not. Now that was exactly the yeah, it is. There it's a harder base game difficulty. Like just now I died like 5 times before I beat the Deku tree. And I can't remember the last time I died inside the Deku tree unless it was like on purpose. Uh So yeah, it's definitely like the enemies are more aggressive and they seem to do more damage. But the bosses appear to be unchanged and the puzzles are mixed up and kind of devious. Like the way the puzzles are done, I can tell that they went a little more, like had a little more fun with the puzzles on this version, and whoever arranged them, from what I've heard, people say like there's a reason that this isn't the release, that this is like a side mode, because these dungeons are not as coherent or satisfying as the original dungeons. They're a little more wacky and wild, but I don't think they're quite as satisfying of a playthrough. But that was fun for me. Like the Deku tree is, you know, it's because I usually go through that on autopilot, so it was fun having to think about it for a change. Kind of bummed that my Switch emulator crashed because I was hoping to play through Tears of the Kingdom and Echoes of Wisdom on that, but might have to do some more testing before I feature anything Switch on the channel, because it was just a disaster today. Crashing. I've never had my machine lock up like that. This computer's pretty rock solid too, like it never just totally locks. So there was something about the Mario Odyssey it really didn't like. Like I made it through the first and second stages, and then on the third stage, like it just did not. Certain things I would do in the game would cause it to glitch out. It's probably the fact that I have a non-NVIDIA GPU. That's always the issue. Something about the graphics in the 3DS version, after the fact that I've beaten it now like probably more times on 3DS than I have on the N64, it's hard for me to actually go back to the N64, even though I can appreciate those graphics. There's something about the cohesiveness of the characters and the set design in this version that I really like over the original. Like the pre-rendered backgrounds in Hyrule Castle when you're walking up on them, those are some of like the worst, the most like poorly aged spots in Ocarina, which is why they redid it fully for this title. But you know, people still play the heck out of the original. I think I've seen somebody that has those areas done up in 3D, but it's like a mod you have to install. But so yeah, the 2D pre-rendered backgrounds in the original can kind of like spoil the fun a little bit because they're so low res, and then when you're traveling from the regular world, one of those areas, it's just kind of like I've just grown so used to this version. Plus the way you do item management in here, like and those little tweaks they've made. Ida's gonna tell us we killed the Deku tree. What's crazy is even this game, this remake itself is now, what, 2011, I think? So this is going on a almost 15-year-old title in of itself, which is crazy to think about. I think this is 2011. Sometimes it trips me out when I realize that it's like the mid of the 2020s, because the 2010s are still kind of like fresh in my mind. A lot of the technology, game stuff, and just overall, like, my head is still in the last decade, even though it's 2024. It's crazy to think how old this 3DS remake already is. It's surprising that they haven't done a full bore, you know, like all the way remake of this game recently. They probably are working on it, if I had to guess. The world map in the entire game is also mirrored. So, like, it's just completely flipped from left to right. So all of the landmarks that you have in your head from playing are, like, for not. With this version, everything is flipped. See if chat is showing up on the screen. I think it is. I'll type what's up. See if it pops up. Yeah, okay, it's working. So we just did the Great Deku Tree, and I assume that the other, like, storyline parts of this game are identical, and it's just the actual dungeons themselves that are kind of remixed. Another thing they've updated in the 3DS version that I really have grown to really appreciate is the skyline and the skybox. Like, they have a whole dynamic, three-dimensional, like, changing sky with a moon and everything, and whereas in the OG version, it's like one changing color gradient, and then, like, the sun. The original still looks fantastic. Is this ship? No, this is not Ship of Arcinian, Darko. This is 3D. This is Ocarina 3D on the 3DS. So we're using the Lime 3DS, which is also known as Citra. And so, yeah, we're not running it on. I was playing Ship of Arcinian a few days ago, though. I did the Viggoron sword quest on Ship of Arcinian. Man, Hyrule Field's a little different. Like, it's a little harder to get your bearings in Hyrule Field when it's mirrored like this. Yeah, I've seen people. There's a mod you can do to Ship of Arcinian to put, like, basically to slap these textures onto the original game, and they've done a lot of work on it. Like, from what I've seen, it looks really amazingly close to this. Like they're trying to get the original game to like basically look like this, which hell yeah, the skybox is beautiful. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like there's a couple of little things in this version that are just graphical improvements overall, but I just really like, once you get used to them, it's kind of difficult to go back. There we go. I was trying to get 80 rupees so we can buy the shield. Yeah, like this area right here, like where we just were, this little intermediate or transitory section right here. This is, you know, been fully like made into a 3D map for this game, but was just basically a JPEG in the original. Same with the entrance to the Temple of Time. Shoot. Oh man, it's mirrored, so it's gonna be hard for my brain to adapt to this. You want to hear what I said again? Definitely not. And then in Majora's Mask 3D, they've actually given you the free camera, like a full secondary stick free camera movement. I'm not really sure how. I guess it's gyro. It's based on like the gyro maybe, but in Majora's Mask 3D, you can use the right analog stick and pan around. This one, you cannot. Yes, it is mirrored, yeah. That's why I'm a little, not lost, but I'm proceeding cautiously, because my brain has got the right-handed version mapped in my head, and it's gonna be a little challenging for me to remap it inside my head. Usually go right up here. Tough, because there they are. Alright. Egg hatched already. That wasn't too bad getting past the guards. I thought it was going to be a lot tougher, but... remember being 16 and playing this back in 96 on N64. Magical. Oh, hell yeah, dude. 1996, man. Yeah, I was 11 or 12 in 96, but 96 was probably like the start of my peak as a gamer. Like that, I got to ask my parents for a Sega Saturn that year. I begged my parents for a Saturn, bro. And because the N64 wasn't out yet, PlayStation wasn't out yet, and I was like, I had to have the newest system because I had a Genesis. I wanted a Super Nintendo the whole time, but then I saw the N64 was coming out. I wanted that, but I couldn't wait. Begged for a Saturn. We got the Saturn. It was incredible. We had a ball. We had so much fun playing that thing. Daytona USA, Nights, Virtua Racing, Virtua Fighter, all the classics. Talon under the ranch. Oh, I thought he was gonna. Yeah, he's supposed to run run back to the ranch anyway. All right, so he's gone. Now I can do the puzzle. But yeah, man, 96. So you were 16 in 96. Yeah, you would have been like just that was my like gamer favorite time as a gamer, like when I was like 11 going on 11 to like 15 or 16. Those were like the best years. And that's when 64 was out, PS1 was out. It was a great time to be a gamer, late 90s. Mid to late 90s. If you measure it on how much fun we were having, off the charts. Ooh, I don't like this. This is tricky. Oh, it's night. Right. They're not gonna let me in at night. Gotta go back out, wait till daybreak. What are your favorite games ever, or say top 3? Yeah, that's hard. That's definitely hard, but let's see. Ocarina of Time is gonna have to be in the top 3. Obviously, it'll be. This is up there in my top 3. And even though it's it's kind of a lame choice, I hate to pick it, but really Super Mario 64, as far as like impact that the game had on me as a like it was like a revolutionary time to be a gamer when the 64 came out. Like I was like, oh wow, this is the future. Like we were seeing the future when Mario 64 came out. But besides like those really obvious titles, I'm gonna say probably like Mortal Kombat 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. It's one of the important games go to when I would go to the arcades. Mortal Kombat 2 is high up there, and like Pokemon Red. I want to say Pokemon Red is like in my top 3 favorite, because I wanted to pick an RPG. Like I would put some RPGs that aren't Zelda in the top of the list as well, like Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII might be number 3. It might be this, Ocarina, and there might be this, Final Fantasy, and Mario 64. But a lot of the N64 games that came out around this time, like GoldenEye and Star Fox, are some of my favorite games ever. Hell, we had there was a game, Bomberman 64, out for this that was like 4-player. It was incredible. Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo and for this. Killer Instinct Gold. I've really loved, there's been sports games that I've really loved over the years. Like I've loved the FIFA franchise over, like from FIFA 98 that was on this to to FIFA 2004 and then FIFA 19, you know. I like NBA 2K. I used to like NFL Blitz, Grand Theft Auto, GTA, Vice City was probably top. Resident Evil 2. Super Metroid. Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, to some extent 3, but 1 and 2. Super Mario World. Like, I grew up on NES and Mario. I just don't usually, I was pretty young during the NES. Like, I was, you know, 4 or 5 years old when the NES was current, so I don't speak on that time as much because I was pretty much like a child. And but I was obsessed with Mario 1, 2, and 3. Those are some of the first games I ever played through with the original Mario games on NES. Mario Brothers 3 in particular. I love 2 as well, but 3 was one of the, like, number 3 was one of the first games that I was ever obsessed with. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Sega Genesis. Earthworm Jim for Sega Genesis. Contra 3, Alien Wars for Super Nintendo. Final Fantasy 3 for Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo is unbelievable. Like, Super NES has a monster library. Sorry, Dark. I was looking at my other screen the last few minutes I've been talking. I hadn't been reading what you had been typing, but you said great choices, SM64 and Ocarina. MK games were amazing. Hell yeah, if you were a teenager in the 90s and Mortal Kombat meant something to you too. Combo breaker. Killer Instinct, bruh. Yeah, I love fighting games. Like there's some guys that feature a lot of fighting game content. I watch their channels and it's fun. I just, like, I'm so bad at them lately that I just haven't, it's like I don't want to pull one up because I can just get my ass kicked on the stream the whole time until I brush my skills up. I used to be really good at Killer Instinct Gold on the N64 though. They've really tastefully upgraded this game. Like, they didn't redo the cutscenes or anything. They just they didn't necessarily even mess with it, stuff like this. They did touch up the Triforce ever so slightly. They beveled the edges, but other than that, the edges might have been beveled in the original, actually. But they did a real, like, hands-off kind of approach to this touch-up, which is what I like. It's very tastefully done. Now we're gonna look through the window and see Ganon. I watched a movie last night called Dragnet. It's like an old comedy, an 80s comedy with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd and their boss, and it's like a buddy cop comedy. And the boss's name in the movie is Ganon, like, so, Detective Ganon, or I think he's the captain, so it's like Captain Ganon. But that movie came out in '87, so it was like a year after Zelda came out. I don't know if right around the same time though. What's up, Mr. Whatchamacallit? How you doing today? I'm doing excellent, man. Pretty good day. I had to run to UPS in the city and ship some products for Crescent Audio, the actual business. So it's been a pretty good day. Can't complain. How are you today? And then Technomine says you can never stop playing this game. No matter what, how old you are, this game pioneered 3D gaming. Absolutely agree. Yeah, I still remember like what it looked like when I was sitting in my room with my best friend, my buddy. Like we rented, even though I got the pre-order of this, the special edition, I rented it when it came out because I wasn't allowed to open the present yet. So we rented it and got to the Deku tree. Or no, we got to the Goron Dodongo's cavern during that 3-day rental. And I remember my best friend, like my homie, was with me, and he didn't like this game. Like we were like 13 at the time, and this game was not like gritty enough for him. He was one of those people that was like needed the game to make him feel like an adult or something. Like it never bothered me playing a game with whimsical, cartoony graphics, but for him it was like not cool enough. And I always remember that. That was my buddy. Like this game was a big deal when it came out. We all knew it was gonna it was a big game, big release, and he was trying to like it. I remember my friend like trying to get into it, and after like by the Dodongo's cavern, he was just like, I just don't like this. He's like, I'm not into this game. And I remember that he wasn't, and I was like, I freaking loved. I was all in on this one. Let's see. Sorry, my phone had me like 4 minutes behind in your stream. Oh, it's all right, Mr. Whatchamacallit. No worries, dude. No worries at all. I'm 4 minutes behind my brain trying to figure out where to go because of the mirrored world is really throwing me off. I guess I can always look for Death Mountain. Yeah, that's. See, the flip-flopped, yeah, the flip-floppedness is kind of crazy. Yeah, I remember, like, he just wasn't, like, he wasn't feeling the game. Like, Because, you know, it was a big deal. Like, when this came out, it was like, hey, this is the, you know, it's the new Zelda. It's a big game. And he was trying to like it. He just didn't. But yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like, eh, it's too wienery, too kiddie for him. And he, you know, he was more of a PlayStation. Like, both of us had an N64 and a PlayStation, but he was more into his PlayStation games. Oh, there's Kakariko. I was like, man, this really throws you off. I think this is Kakariko. With the mirror flipped world, really, it's no joke. Like, your brain, your muscle memory will really mess with you. Remember when they were teasing Wind Waker's more modern adults are playing games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom? Not sure if I understand what you're saying. I know that, like, there's like a rift in the Zelda community nowadays because of Breath of the Wild, because of Tears of the Kingdom. Like, there's the people that want to go back to the older formula, or would like the old formula to be more prominent. That's the one thing I enjoy about Zelda is the like the unlocking nature of the items. Like, I enjoy getting this item to unlock this item, and your character gets stronger the whole time. Like, it's fun to see the progress as your hearts increase and you're, you know, by the end of the game, you're like fully decked out. You got every upgrade you can get. It's kind of cool seeing and you see that in Breath of the Wild too. Like, you get that feeling of seeing in fact, Breath of the Wild probably does it better than anything, because you start that game out with like no clothing. You literally have nothing. And by the end of the game, you can be extremely decked out in Breath of the Wild, I think. I never grinded or got any of the extras in Breath of the Wild. I just did like the 4 divine beasts, and I think my brother ended up killing Ganon. Played it together. But I think Breath of the Wild is a phenomenal game. I think Nintendo is I think they're doing the right thing by mixing the formula up, because if they didn't mix the formula up and they kept the formula the same on purpose, that would be more of a problem in the long run, because they've already released enough like masterpiece games with the old formula, in my opinion, so they don't really have to like keep making new ones. They should every once in a while. That'd be great if they did, but I expect Nintendo to keep like pushing the envelope with the mechanics. I'm sure Echoes of Wisdom's gonna have some like surprisingly cool mechanics in it. I like the Ultra Hand mechanic in Tears of the Kingdom. That's really fun. Adds a lot of replay value to the game. This last chicken. Oh, there's one up here, isn't there? There. Oh yeah, I gotta get. I have to get another chicken too. Oh yeah, no, the workers in Kakariko Village are I think they're supposed to be kind of like effeminate. I think they're supposed to be queer. Have you seen the workers in the Gerudo dungeon, like the Gerudo thieving part where you fight all the you rescue the carpenters? That's like really bizarre. Same carpenters. Same carpenters. Yeah, they run. A lot of the walking animations look funny in this one because of the. They said like that was one of the artifacts of going to, like, to the new animations and the new models, was that the walking speed for whatever reason had to look like that. I guess I'm sure there's some technical reason for that. Need to catch up with that man. LOL, I think Nintendo should have left it alone. Did we get it? Oh, there's one more? Damn. This last one's like hiding in a crate. All right. Got a bottle? Let's go talk to the guard. Oh, we have the letter, don't we? We got Princess Zelda's letter. I was trying to think, do I need anything to open this gate up here besides just the letter, I think. By the way, Mr. Hero, he wants a Keaton mask, like a Pokemon mask. Get it. Alright. Alright, so mirror flipped Death Mountain. Here we go. Mr. Whatchamacallit says, it's ironic that Anju, a person like Anju is allergic to cuckoos, but she still takes care of them. Yeah. I mean, she's a sweet lady, I guess, right? She has a big heart. She cares for them. So that's the same Anju that's in Majora's Mask. I know it's the same character model for that lady. I didn't know it was like if her name was Anju in this game, or if they just call her like Cuckoo Lady. Oh yeah, the chickens when everything else is dead, like I love that in every game you can attack the chickens. Even Link to the Past, you know? Like they put that mechanic in a long time ago. Like you start fucking with the chickens, they kill you. It's hilarious in Link to the Past, they all swarm you like... I guess it's pretty funny in this one too. But they definitely like have gone out of their way to put it in every single game. As well as the bottle thing where you can use the bottle to repel Ganon's attack. Let's see. is not gonna be pleased. He's gonna want us to go. He wants a song. But we can light our fire. Jim Morrison style. 2, 3. I remember before Steam existed and became a thing, the only thing I would play are Nintendo games like Zelda. Yeah. It's kind of where I'm at nowadays. I do play other shit though, like I am a definitely like a Nintendo fanboy hardcore, but I embrace it. Like I've loved Nintendo ever since I can remember. Like some of my first memories are playing NES, so I feel like Nintendo's in my blood. But I love I like Half-Life. I used to be really into Team Fortress, like not Team Fortress 2, but the old Team Fortress on PC. I had a clan back in the day. We would run servers. Like I was fully kind of like people do now with Call of Duty or whatever. Like I was fully invested running my own servers and clan back in the day. And there's some PC games that I have loved, man. Like Age of Empires for PC. Doom, Duke Nukem. You're playing Undertale right now? And maybe some classic titles, which is about it. Well, what is Undertale? I have Steam as well. I've got a couple of things installed, but I don't play it too often. The wrong way. Need a heart drop. No heart drop. Undertale's an RPG developed by Toby Fox where the protagonist takes role in trying to leave a place called Mystery Ebbet. Mount Ebbet. You'll have to mainly look it up to understand. Okay. So it's an RPG. It's on PC. Or it's on Steam. Steam is awesome. Like it's incredible that all that software just runs. 900. Fix the beast. We gotta go run back to the forest real fast and get the song we didn't learn. So I'm getting the remap in my head here, but it's a little tricky. The forest is that way. It's weird, like the entrance to Kakariko, it's so iconic, it's so mapped in my head after all these years that I literally couldn't see it. It was right in front of me. Yeah, it's crazy. There's there's old stuff you can get on Steam. Like you can get the game I was talking about, Team Fortress 1.5. Like there's still people playing it on Steam. Crazy. It's a 30-year-old FPS shooter. 20-year-old. Yeah, man, there's like that certain era of... I really dig early 3D, like N64, GameCube era. I felt like, man, those were really the people making these games back then were serious talent. Like, now, I know that there's a lot of talent in the industry nowadays, but some of the way these games were put together were just like, it's like they had all their top people on this stuff back then, so these things just stand the test of time. And there's something about like early 3D environments that I also really love. Like I love kind of the way that the shapes are put together. Like you can see you can see where they decided to glue polygons together and like, to try to make and represent objects. And they did such a good job of it, considering they had to build all this stuff from scratch. Where's the forest? Ah, dang, dude, I swear I'm lost. I'm so lost. It's like playing a brand new map. You would think just a left to right flip wouldn't be that big a deal, but I can't find anything in this game right now. Luckily, I know, like I know where all the objective points are. Okay, now the Lost Woods are going to be flipped. It's left, right. The upgraded seed bag, that'll be nice, okay. So we went right, left, oh whoops. I turned around, here we go. So I know the non-mirrored way, so it's gonna be left, right, owl. Left, right, owl. I like that it lets you speed through the text in this version too. That's much appreciated. That's one of the things that Ship of Harkinian did that's like really incredible. Left. Right. Straight. Right, left. I think the 3DS has Master Quest scripting in it, which they do the whole mirror effect thing. Yeah, it seems to be like the mode is, like once you beat the regular game, it unlocks the option of Master Quest at that point. So I didn't have the ability to play on the regular cartridge like I'm doing until I beat it. Damn, Navi. What is it, Navi? Little Deku maze. Oh man, Star Fox 64. That's another really like special game. That first batch of really excellent N64 games that we had included Star Fox, GoldenEye, I'll say Mario Kart, Wave Race, Mario Party, Smash Brothers. There was NFL Blitz. There was like NBA Hang Time. There was hockey games, soccer games. There was all the sports stuff was on 64 eventually. Quest 64, the very first RPG. I'm not counting that one, but Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Because Shadows of the Empire was like a very early game for 64, but Rogue Squadron was killer, like a killer game. And Episode 1 Pod Racer, Star Wars. I remember playing Luigi's Mansion growing up, and I still do play it because of how interesting the graphics are. Yeah, I think the graphics are gorgeous in Luigi's Mansion. Alright, we got the song we need. We can't fast travel yet in the game, but we are slowly making our way over to the Dodonga's Cavern. Link holds the ocarina, so I know he holds it like a hamburger, like a Whopper. His little kid form does. He holds it up like it's this big heavy thing. One thing about the Wind Waker, which I'm also playing right now, is that the controls in the Wind Waker are basically the same as this, but the way Link turns around and moves back and forth in Wind Waker, it's a more stylized, like every time you press a direction in the Wind Waker, Link does like a takeoff animation. So if you just push forward slightly, he's gonna do like a little takeoff, and it's actually a full animation that you have to wait for him to finish. And so that's not present in this game, and sometimes like approaching a stairwell or approaching a narrow target is harder on Wind Waker than with this because of the way Link moves. So it's like with the enhanced animation of the Wind Waker, there was like, I already noticed that there was like repercussions to having more frames of animation and more detailed movement. Made that game slightly less controllable, in my opinion. Let's turn around. Thought that was the exit. Don't want to go see the big Deku stump. Girl. Got a bottle full of pink. I wish. Wish I had a bottle of pink right now. Here's Kakariko right over here. It's weird. It's like you think you're gonna miss it. You just don't see Kakariko up on the radar till you run right up here. Man, look at that sunset. How that's so cool. That sick like lens flare effect. Ah, love it. Love the color. The color of the sky, man. Incredible. I kind of like how at nighttime in this game the music stops. They let you hear the insects chirping, like. It's all about the little details, like when you really think about it, it's the little tiny details that make these games what they really like. It's just the little stuff. Look at the reflection, the moonlight reflection on the back of Link's shield. I think that's pretty cool. 3DS graphics, pretty good and ambient. Yeah, man, it's like, that's why I like playing 3DS games on my computer, because these games, especially the way that Citra up-reses everything, like it looks quite a bit sharper than it does on the real 3DS, or if you leave it at the 3DS's native resolution, you know, it's only like 240p or something. It's pretty low. And the way that you can up-res these 3DS games, man, like they deserve to be played on televisions, because I get a headache if I play on a handheld for too long. Like, I've always had that issue where even when I was like big into Pokemon when I was younger, I had a Super Game Boy and a Super NES, so I played all my Pokemon grinding on the TV. Television. I don't like the handheld idea Sony has already did. That Gen Z is too late for handhelds. Dude, what is Sony, like, what are they smoking, dude? Like, the $800 PS5 Pro. I mean, like, my little brother got a PS5 a couple years ago. Remember, it was a pain in the ass just to, like, we had to hunt that shit down, and, like, we, like, couldn't buy one. I remember the first year he wanted one, like, we couldn't get it for him. Wasn't available because everybody was scalping it and shit. Fast forward to like 2022, I think, to like last Christmas, no, Christmas before, anyway. We finally got it for him, but I see he's got like 8 games for that thing, and I don't know, we've got a PS4 here. We've got 2 of them actually. I don't ever even turn my PS4 on, and my girl plays PS4. She plays Call of Duty quite a bit, but like, to me, it looks identical. I saw her playing on our friend's PS5, and I was like, "Do you even notice the difference?" She's like, "No." So she can't even tell the difference between Call of Duty on the PS4 and the PS5. You had to wait in line, but you're not upgrading. However, hardware on console is way more superior. I agree. Like, the PS5 is an amazingly cool piece of tech. Like, it's a badass system. It's just the software lineup for it is a little. There's some games I definitely like. Like, I would absolutely love to have a PS5, but most of the stuff I want to play is on PS4. Oh God. Oh god. Oh god. Well, thankfully I had that fairy. Yeah, like I think Grand Theft Auto is one of the big. GTA 5 is a game that I would definitely play like on the PlayStation. I don't own it on my PS4, but like I'm trying to think of a game that I would really even want to play on PS5 right now that I know there's some cool shit. It's like there's so much great stuff to play on old systems that I'll never run out of games. Like there's like 38 other games on this system alone that I haven't even touched yet. You know, that are all probably like full-length, high-quality games. Let's see. All right, bust out the old Saria song. This will get him in the groove. Love it. The Goron race, I think, was new for this game. I don't recall there being Gorons in Link to the Past. There was Zora, but it was a different kind of Zora. They were more of like a monster fish. Mr. Whatchamacallit says Devil May Cry was a great game for PS2 back in the day. Dude, I saw my little brother played that. He had a PS2 and that was like his system. And I had one as well, but I was kind of losing interest in video games during the PlayStation 2's life. Alright. Got the bracelet, so we can... Now we can lift bombs. Let's see, Devil May Cry, you're talking about the third one. I know watching my little bro play that one was like pretty mesmerizing. Devil May Cry, your character has like a whip or something, if I'm not mistaken. Still need to get that game. My disc version broke and I've been meaning to get another one. I thought I had the bundle somewhere, but I think oh, that sucks, dude. Oh man, I thought I nailed it. I thought I totally Reggie Miller that shit. Reggie Miller. Yeah, see? I said the name Reggie Miller and I hit a 3. That's the god I pray to when I need a favor. God of Reggie Miller. Or I pray to the ghost of Reggie Miller. Oh, Devil May Cry, I was asking... I've only watched somebody play it, but I remember there being like a thin... You have like a tall, thin character in that game and you carry a whip. But maybe I'm thinking of Castlevania. Why'd you stop me? You can't stop me here. He's gonna continue rolling. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. All there is back here is Big Goron. And he's the one that sells you like that blade that breaks. He sells you a Breath of the Wild Big Goron sword because Freaking after 40 something hits, it breaks. Yeah, I am thinking of Castlevania. Like, I know I've seen him play Devil May Cry though, because I remember people were like mesmerized by that game when it came out. EMC. I've got my PS2 emulator running. I got a game called Portal. Somebody recommended me to get a game called Portal. I'd also, you know what I'd like to play is Perfect Dark. There's a Perfect Dark decompilation. So effectively, there's like a Ship of Harkinian style decomp available for Perfect Dark. Dante in Devil May Cry has a two-handed sword, not a whip, but I was thinking of Soul Calibur too. Yeah. So he's got a big two-handed sword in that game. Dante is the character. He plays one of two twin brothers who are the sons of Sparta. Oh shit. Man, there's some really like fabulous games for the PlayStation 2 that I'm excited that it's exciting to know that we have like all these old great games in the catalog, like on the hard disk, and they're ready to play. Like no DLC, no microtransactions, just old retro 3D games that just run and that were complete when they released them. There's so much stuff to play. Oh shit, this is I keep forgetting, man, this is a remix temple. This is not gonna be a cakewalk in the tea park, as they say. This ain't gonna be no cakewalk in the tea park. I still have Zelda Minish Cap on my list. I miss having my Game Boy Advance SP I lost from growing up, and I feel stupid losing it now. Damn, that sucks, dude. Don't feel bad. Like I had every game system from the NES to like the PS1 or to the Dreamcast, with a fantastic collection of games to go with that, all those systems, and I sold the Genesis I gave to my buddy, but everything else I sold to like a GameStop for a couple $100, and it was a collection that would net like probably 10 grand today, and I sold it for less than $1 grand back in '09, and like I've gotten a few systems stolen, but never I've never directly like lost a handheld, but I know it sucks. Like I've lost systems by either getting them stolen or by like giving them away or selling them and then regretting it. And then after selling the collection that I did, I was just like, I didn't have the heart to start over collecting. It's like I'll never be able to even have what I started out with if I was to collect today. So now I just I do have some real hardware and some actual game stuff left, but I do almost everything on this one computer, and I just like it that way. I like having a computer that plays everything. I use Linux and Mac for other things too. Like, I'm a big PC nerd. I love computer technology as well, but you have to have a Windows machine today to be a gamer. It's like essential to have like a badass Windows computer. Yikes, man, people stealing's not good. I used to see Minish Cap on the shelves on release when I think I was 14 years old. Yeah, dude. I think about I never stole a video game, but I had friends that would like steal video games and shit. It was always hard. That was always a dangerous thing to try and do, though. Get it? Okay, it's 2. Uh-oh. Kind of sucks, like, you have to re-equip the Deku shield for this. Nothing good there, nothing good there. Damn. Oh shit. Dead. That's alright, it'll restart me right at the dungeon entrance. Does the original Zelda have a... It has, I know you can save the game, but I was wondering, like, if you make progress in a dungeon on the original Zelda and you die before completing that dungeon, I don't think the game saves progress. Can't get it off in time. Means there's something else I have. Plot thickens. Do I have... Say, do I have time to just run with a bomb? Oh, look, that rock. That's it. Rock. Suspicious. I know it's in the original, but I bet you these developers, I know them. They made this rock. Nothing. Okay. We'll try the other rock. Boom. Do it. This is what they do on these remix dungeons. They take the old mechanics and the old layout of the dungeon and they try to like flip it on its head and they try to trick you. So like the fact that you beat the old dungeon won't really help you for the new one. All right. Ooh, we caught on to that. Watch this. It is indeed screwing me too. Yeah, it's all different. It's crazy. Oh, there's a damn silver. There's already a silver rupee freaking challenge in this dungeon. Here's what we'll do though. We'll pluck this bomb. Probably won't work, but we'll try it. Nope, didn't work. Didn't work. Alright, that's alright. Let it grow back. Grow one over there. And I see how to do that. Oh, it's gotta be at the same time. There we go. There we is. You have to get the bomb in the center. It's, yeah, I know. I was like, you have to blow it up so that each left and right move away at the same time. One second, y'all. Sorry, y'all, my dog was barking. I had to make sure everything was cool. Oh God. Uh-oh. This looks dangerous. This looks real dangerous. I think they blow up though. Shot. Okay, we went down in 4. Sorry for the continuous heart beeping. There we go. I'll take him out from afar now. Man, that's way better taking him out from afar. Oh, we were talking about best games of all time. Do you guys like the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater? Never got to beat that one, but you played, oh, SSX. Yeah, man, SSX Tricky and I had SSX 2 and Tricky. Need to go. Yeah, man, 1080 snowboarding was was like the N64 equivalent of SSX. And we still don't have the bombs. I know they're right down here. I like using cheats to mess around in Tony Hawk games. Oh yeah, like changing the physics, like the gravity. Oh yeah, checking out the out of bounds stuff. I know, man. I like watching people do like out of bounds shit on like this game or Mario 64. Like, I really have enjoyed like how in the modern day we have YouTubers that will take a game like this and like green screen themselves into the world and talk about the levels as if they were like literally existing inside of them. Fire. Need fire, which means need switch. Oh, you said try like Linux. Have you got to try Deepin 23 yet? Oh no, don't worry about it, man. Off topic is, dude, my brain is so scattered. Like, if you guys are here kicking it with me, you know, like my brain is all over the place. So, no, I've heard of Deepin. Deepin's an OS, right? I don't know if I'm actually familiar with it though. Is it its own thing or is it a flavor of Linux? No, it sounds familiar. I've tried a lot of Linux distros out over the years. Like right now, I got a a server in my house for like media, serving up movies and shows and stuff. So yeah, they're a Chinese window. Oh yeah, dude, yes. I have seen it. I'm actually want to try that Deepin OS. Like it looks just like Windows. Man, I really want to try that. Looks awesome. I'm like anybody that's trying to emulate Windows with a different piece of software, like, and they're trying to make it just like the real thing. I like that. Because yeah, Linux is free and open source. Anybody can take it and, you know, do what they will with it. Oh, he didn't hold that flame up here. Fuck. I guess I gotta find a goddamn switch. Gotta be a switch somewhere in this godforsaken puzzle. I will say though, hey, at least Ocarina of Time, like the replay value is way better now with this, with Master Quest. Like, I normally would just autopilot my way through all these dungeons, and it's fun, but it's probably better to have a real challenge. There's some thing in this room that's gonna turn the fire on that little lamppost. And think about installing it after you're done with the stream, because I have to manually install Brave Browser in the terminal, installing packages. Oh yeah, you've got to load software like the manual way. Like it's a Linux distro, so there's not like you're not clicking on exe files to install shit. opening up the terminal and apt get sudo apt get all, you know, you can get all that software with those commands. I like that. I like how Linux is command line based, where you just, you know, like that's the way you do it instead of telling somebody how to click around to 17 different windows. Like you just issue them a command. I like command line. I control my server through SSH, my little Linux server, and I have FileZilla to throw new files onto it, and that's FTP. And then I have SSH. Like I can open Windows PowerShell and do SSH because I installed. You have to install OpenSSH on the Deepin box or on the Linux system. Once you install OpenSSH on it, you can then SSH into it from a Windows terminal on the same network. Like you can open up Windows PowerShell and send commands to your server, just like just like you're on it. You can even do it from your phone. You can control that server from your cell phone. Let's see. Or log it. Oh, here we go. Oh, I see. There they are. There's two sticks. You might like playing the Matrix at the Neo. Honestly, your voice reminds me of Neo, man. Oh, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that, man. That's a very nice compliment. Like, I I need to like stop vaping and whatnot, and my voice could be better. Like it can be straining to like use it for long periods, but as I've gotten older, it's kind of, you know, like it's a muscle basically. Your voice is a muscle. But yeah, I've always had people compliment me on my voice and stuff like that, and I tried to put it to use at some point. You know, I like to entertain people. Like I was in a band in high school, and like we had a rock band, and we, you know, I love playing shows and just entertaining people. When you have a full band too, it's fun. Like when you actually have like a competent rock band that can play music competently, it's fun. Oh, 3 of them. Well, I'll be damned. What's the game you're talking about? Keanu, you almost had the Keanu Reeves thing going on. Yeah, well, yeah, he's got a band too, man. Yeah, he's just like, you know, like a little more successful. Keanu's awesome though, dude. I like that guy. From what I hear, he's a true, like a real gentleman, and so he's one of those people where like you're happy to see a guy like that so successful, because he's obviously like a good person, you know what I mean? It's Keanu Reeves is like one of us. He's like one of the good ones. Like he's not like a typical or he's not one of these like Hollywood people that's been corrupted by the machine, you know what I mean? He still has his humanity in his heart. 3. Got it. Damn, that was hard. It was one of the harder Zelda puzzles that I've done recently. Very cool. One of my co-workers' brother is named Keanu. That's an awesome name, dude. Keanu. Keanu. Fantastic name. Do you like the movie Encino Man? You ever seen that with Pauly Shore and it's got what's his name from Lord of the Rings? Damn, I always forget that guy's name. But he plays Sam. He's Frodo and Sam. He plays Sam. He's in Encino Man. Pauly Shore. Give us a shield back. You tried the B3313 Super Mario 64 mod yet? If not, you might want to look into that. Been wanting to complete that one, although I don't think it was ever. No, I haven't. Like, I haven't heard of that. B3113. I know of some other Mario 64 mods, but not that one. I do have the Mario 64 decompilation though, like, so I have the ability to build different native builds of Mario 64 that run on the PC. Fire. Gotta bring fire up here. Oh, there. There we go. Man. Darn it. Ah, shit. Oh yeah, it's based on the like the right, the beta Mario 64. I've seen it on that channel. There's a channel called Hard for Games, and he's awesome. He's got a great channel, and it's like all retro. It's all like Mario 64 mods and shit, and God. Dang. It's probably my internet. I don't know. I have to watch it back, or sometimes I watch it back and it's like it's usually legit when I watch it back, but I'm trying to think. I guess I wouldn't notice lag. So yours is coming in good? Okay, good. I am running behind a VPN, but the VPN's real like super fast. I have like a 300 meg up and it's like 350 up and down synchronous fiber connection. It's pretty damn fast internet. Like even though it's only 300 megs, I get stupid fast file transfers out here. My internet in Oklahoma is significantly faster than my internet in the city of Houston. And I had like 500 meg internet in Houston, and it was slower. I had less bandwidth, really. She's telling us to take a break. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh yeah, yeah, you know what? I actually do. I have a dual band like wireless in Wi-Fi card in this computer but it's my my actual internet service is maxes out at 300, like a little over 300 megs. So even if I have a signal that's faster, like I won't get internet that fast, but it will make LAN extremely quick, like local area transfers. Oh, she's saying I can just bring this over here. Have you tried upgrading to Starlink? You know what? I have not. I didn't know what you have to do to get on Starlink. I've heard about it. I've heard people out in the country love it, but luckily, like we are out in a real remote area, but we got nice fiber connection. It's very there's not a lot of people out where I live either, so the internet is fast because there's just nobody on it. Man, back. Oh, spider. Man, this much harder, man. This game doesn't let up. Like, there's no heart drops or anything in here. There you go. See, I can't even fight these guys. They want to go toe to toe. I'll hit him with the slingshot. Come on. I'll get you too. Any recovery hearts? I guess not. Oh, and that's great. I'm out of ammo. Guess I got ammo down here though. Alright, so it wants me to over here. Oh yeah, I can stand over here and hit the switch. Do you throw a bomb? Yeah. We're gonna run down there, run up here. Alright, we'll do that. Run up here, run up here. Out of ammo. Ridiculous. Oh, come on, make it, woo, we made it. Alright. Hopefully this is the area with bombs finally, but probably still is not. Just a rupee. Rupee. This probably, at long last, will let us get the bombs. Alright, guys. I've got to start making dinner here in a few minutes, so I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. We didn't get through to Dongo's Cavern yet, but we will. So, depending on what my wife's doing, I may or may not stream later on tonight. If you guys are bored, feel free to join me, man.